In today's episode, we're going to understand why gaining a clear vision is truly the first step in retirement planning, how it helps you, and what is your next step. Stay tuned to the episode to understand how this provides fulfillment and purpose so that we can have a happy retirement. Welcome to Wealthy After 40, where I help you turn retirement uncertainty into a clear, actionable plan. If you're thinking about retirement but feel unsure whether it's even possible, I understand. The gap between where you are now and where you want to be can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to. Hi, I'm Daylene Higgins, founder of Elevate Finances and your personal financial coach. Having retired at the age of 50 and have enjoyed over 2 years of retirement bliss, I'm here to help you create your retirement dream and make it a reality. No more wondering, no more guessing, just taking action and building a future for yourself. Join me each week as I guide you through essential topics such as budgeting, cash flow, lifestyle planning, debt and savings, insurance, Medicare, and Social Security. Together, we'll build a strategy to help you achieve the retirement you've always desired. It's time to shift from uncertain to unstoppable and make your retirement dreams a reality. Today's episode is going to help you understand, where do you start? Answering that question, how do I start a retirement plan? Now, as I tell you where you need to start, you're going to feel some resistance, whether that is intentional or maybe just your mind. You're not sure how to do that. But where we start with retirement planning is understanding where we're going. Creating a vision, creating a dream. Now, I use vision, but I love to use the word dream because that's what I want you to do. I want you to dream about what retirement is going to be, what it will look like. And this is hard as adults, to just freely start creating those ideas. Dreaming is hard for us to do because we've seen so much, we've heard so much, we've been told so much that these beliefs start shutting down our brains. I really want you to fight that as much as you can, and I want you to dream about what retirement is going to be. Now, where can we turn to emulate this dreaming so that it's not strained, so that it's free thinking? I think we need to turn to children. We can't go too young for this exercise I want you to try and do, and we can't go too old because I don't want them to have heard and been told the things that you're trying to resist from. But I want you to, if you have access to a child, a grandchild, even maybe a neighbor, a best friend's child, wherever, we're wanting to seek out a conversation with a child who is between the ages of 6 to 10. And I want you to have a conversation with that child. And I'm sure this will be fun. And as you're having this conversation, and I'm going to tell you what to ask them in just a moment, I want you to listen to their unfiltered responses. Because we know children can dream. Age 4 or 5, even 6, they're coming to you and they're like, I'm going to be this and I'm going to do this. And you just think, yeah, okay, because that's the resistance and the barriers we have. We want to get back to that possibility for creating our vision and our dream. Ask this child, what would you do if you didn't ever have to go back to school? Because their school, and even if they're homeschooled, there's still a part of their day that's being taken out. What would you do if you didn't have to go to school? Their school is your work. It's all we've really traded. We were educated, then we went to work. Now we're hoping to retire and we don't know what to do. Spend some time with this child asking them, what are you going to do? And why would you choose to do that? And what made you think of that? Really having a conversation. It doesn't have to be long because honestly, this child is not going to spend 15, 20 minutes with you. It's going to be more like 5, maybe 10 if you're lucky. But I want you to, again, listen to their unfiltered responses, the words they're using, and the energy. What is their excitement like? Why are they so excited to do that? And how can you create the same for yourself? That is what we need to tap into to start creating our retirement vision/dream. I know this is something that a lot of us have been asked to do for different things. You're working and you're supervising and you're like, what is the goal? What do we want to do in 5 years or 10 years? And it does take a lot of effort to project and to think. And a lot of us are like, I'm just not going to do that. I'll figure it out. But I want you to consistently come back to, what is it that I truly desire to have out of retirement? Not when I retire, but what you truly desire. Now, if you don't have access to a young child, I want you to go to listen to episode 98, where I talk about the different experiences to plan for. This will also help to get your juices flowing, to start thinking about what it is you truly want from retirement. This is something we're also going to be covering in the upcoming boot camp. If you want to get into the details and more than this episode or episode 98 provides, be sure to join that event as well. But why is getting clear about my vision and a dream truly the first step? There are 2 main reasons. A vision, while it may seem abstract to you, you can actually turn it into an action plan. And I'll tell you how in just a minute. But also creating a vision dream that you're excited about creates the motivation and the desire that you need to get to retirement as quickly as possible. If we're not excited about something, we are not going to do the work. Creating this vision, creating the understanding of what it is that we truly want from retirement is what will help us put in the work now to reach that even sooner, to create what we truly, truly desire, rather than just happenstance, retire because the age said so, because that's what other people were doing. And then we get on that flip side and there is no purpose or fulfillment. And that is another reason for creating this vision and this dream. Is we need to create this next phase to be something very enjoyable. We have worked hard. You have worked hard for how many years? Put in all of that work, and now you deserve to have something as great, if not even better. I want to share a couple of ideas of a starting point for creating a retirement vision, right? I figured this will help get your juices flowing in a different way than episode 98 gives us. Imagine somebody who they love to work. They love to be busy. Work is not the problem, but the work they have, whether it's stressful because they're a supervisor, whether they just don't love where they're at, the environment, the whole politics of it has changed, or they want to lean into a hobby that they have, that they enjoy, and they just don't have time to do it as often, and they know they could profit from it. So that feeling, those people are probably going to end up working in retirement, and that is okay if that is what you choose. I don't want people to end up here and go like, I don't have enough money, I have to go to work. We got to lose those have-tos now. We want to create those dream-tos. Think about a side hustle, a part-time job somewhere, or even a full-time, but in a different place. And something that you've always dreamed about working at, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. What were those things you were saying, but because you were in the job you were that was providing for your family as you're raising them, now you're ready to do something different. We're not ready to go to that recliner and watch shows and eat bonbons all day. No, we are ready to create purpose and have a fulfilled life. It doesn't end when we quit work. Think about this individual. I'm going to travel in retirement. Great. This person could travel to many different locations, but I want more specific, like I'm going to travel once a year for 2 or 3 weeks at a time with my spouse, or if you're single, with a friend, whatever that may be. I'm going to travel with my family. I'm going to provide an amazing trip for my family, my grandkids, once a year. Or I'm going to sell my house and travel the United States and find somewhere to live. There's 3 different things in just traveling. There are so many options for you, so many ways to create what retirement will be. Why is this important? And now how does it help you? We hopefully get excited and we create that motivation and the desire, but we have to know how to take that vision and create an action plan. The action plan comes with first defining the expenses, or defining the income, or defining all of those pieces. The individual who is going to run a side hustle or work part-time, our income's going to drop a bit, but we still have income coming in. What does that look like? The person who is traveling, remember I said how often and where and how long. How much is that going to cost? We've got to get those expenses in there. We're going to sell our home and travel in an RV. Well, selling our home gives us some money, but then we've got to plan how is that going to aid us into relocating and or living for a year in an RV or 6 months or whatever. That is how you start creating that action plan, defining those expenses or not losing the income, but looking how you're supplementing your retirement income. Hopefully this has helped you understand why creating a vision is so important. And this is how you start retirement planning. For the individual who is 40, 50, this is very important to do because as you create the expenses and as you start dialing into that number, it's so much easier to figure out how much you need to save. We can guess what our expenses are going to be, or we can start doing the work and lining up what those expenses truly will probably be. It just makes working that path, doing that quote hard work so much easier because we have a vision, we're creating the action steps, things are starting to fall in place. Our motivation and desire for what we want stays up. It keeps going. If you're wanting to dive into retirement planning even further, I want to invite you to join my Retirement Ready Bootcamp. We start June 3rd, where I will walk you through how to increase your retirement readiness, how to create a retirement lifestyle you love, and how to know if you have enough and what to do if you don't. We're diving into this as being one of the pieces, but then what are the next steps and how does that look like? And how do I create that FI number, that financial independence number, that how much do I need to have saved for retirement? We're diving into all of that over this, I'm calling it a 4-day experience, but those 3 topics will be on 3 days. Bonus 4th day, free 30-minute coaching to apply what you've learned and get some personalized support. How do you truly apply this to your situation. I hope you will join me. I'm excited to share all my knowledge and help you get more clear about creating a vision, to lose that resistance. Just remember, it's important to create a vision of what we want, not just by default, but we need to do so for fulfillment and purpose, but also to help us start defining expenses, start understanding what a true cost of retirement is going to be. I hope you'll join me next week when we dive into the more specifics of the boot camp and what we've talked about, how all those pieces fit together. I'm excited to help you understand all of the steps in retirement planning. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Each week, my goal is to help you get one step closer to retirement so you can be excited for that big day instead of stressed and just hoping it will work out. If today's episode got you thinking about your retirement planning and wondering if you're on the right track, let's connect. Schedule a free Q&A call to discuss your retirement needs and how I can support you in creating a retirement that's possible. Or if you know you're ready, schedule your Retirement Ready VIP session to dive deeper into your retirement goals and design the life you want. Complete with a personalized roadmap, you'll be on your way to a dream retirement. Don't wait to take action. You deserve the retirement you dream about. Be sure to take that first step today. And if not, be sure to tune in next week for the episode to learn more and move yourself to a retirement that's possible.